Please help me welcome to the Debx stage, Butch Leiber.
Thank you. I have a dream. It's one of the most memorable lines from one of the greatest speeches of all time, if not the greatest. Martin Luther King Jr. had a big dream, and he gave his life to the pursuit of that dream. Do you have a dream? It doesn't have to be as grand in scope as MLK's, but do you have one? Most of us have heard the experts talk about the value of living true to your dreams, living authentically, living your truth. When you hear that, do you think, yeah, I'm living my best life? Or do you think, as if that's possible? Years ago, I did a program that claimed you could have anything you want for your life that you could invent as a possibility, and I loved that idea. And then I read Think and Grow Rich, one of the great books by Napoleon Hill, one of the great business books of the last century. And he says what the mind can conceive and believe it can achieve. And I love that idea. And when I heard things like that, in the back of my head, what I heard was, yes, people have the power to get what they want. Except you, Butch Leiber. What I heard was every person on earth is a perfect creation of the universe. Except you, Butch Leiber. Every one of the 7.8 billion people on the planet have the power to fulfill their dreams. Except you, Butch Leiber. Oh, it's kind of sad. But then it made me laugh. How arrogant is that? 7.8 billion amazing people on earth, and I think I'm the only one without the power to fulfill my dreams. Now, of course, when I talk to other people, I found that I'm not the only one who feels excluded from that possibility. My dream has always been to be someone who makes a difference in life. When I was a kid back in elementary school, I was always the first to raise my hand to help the teacher. Yeah, I'll take those erasers outside and I'll clap the erasers. Whatever anybody needed, I was the first to volunteer. People would tell my parents, he's so helpful. My mom didn't understand that, but I was quick to jump in and help when I thought somebody needed help, whether it was actually needed or wanted or asked for. Quite an annoyance to some people. I believe most people want to make a difference in life. As a business coach, the first question I ask my clients is, why do you do what you do? And almost always the answer is, I just want to make a difference for people. I've learned that by specifying, by putting words to what that specific difference is, can provide a lot of power. For lack of a better word, let's call it your calling. It's that specific difference you are called to make in life. My calling is all people experience freedom and power in fulfilling their dreams. It took me a while to put words to my calling. My coach told me to look back on my life, find those moments when you were lit up, inspired, fulfilled. And when I found those moments, they always involved someone fulfilling a dream or breaking through some barrier to achievement and then getting what they wanted. When I put words to my calling, I actually could hear it. All people experience freedom and power. All people. I'm one of all people. And so often in my life, I have forgotten that I'm one of all people. Being as helpful as I used to volunteer for a lot of things, start projects that inspired me, and then somewhere along the way, I quit. It was so easy to give up on my dreams. My first adult decision was to go to medical school. Now, I wanted to help people, but I didn't want to be a doctor. That was my mother's dream for me. So to help her get what she wanted, I went to medical school. After the first year, I quit. Not long after that, I got married. It's what I was supposed to do. It was the next thing. That didn't last very long. About 14 months after I got married, I quit that too. And I struggled for a while, trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life. How do I make decisions for me and not what I'm supposed to do? Right around that time, I was also struggling with being gay. I could not understand people who could come out and express their true selves. And I certainly couldn't understand people that struggled to achieve their dream, but they never gave up, even when it looked like it was impossible. Living true takes something. And I have been in a battle with myself my whole life to do that. In 2002, I got my real estate license, and I was clear I did it because I wanted to make a difference for people. But my broker kept talking about it being a sales job, it's a money job, you got to pay attention to the bottom line. And it really weighed on me. When I did what I was told to do, how I was told to do it, it hurt, like it was heavy. And then when I did what I felt like was right for me, and I was successful, I couldn't enjoy it because I wasn't doing it the right way. And I really struggled. So of course, after a couple of years of that, no surprise, I quit. And then I went and started another business. Clear, it wasn't about making a difference, it was just about making money. That didn't go so well either. That was 11 years ago. I'm nearly 58 years old. And only in the last couple of years have I really been clear on my calling, and that my life really is about being of service and making a difference for others. I found that when I'm clear on my calling, and then I make choices, decisions, and then take action consistent with my calling, my life works, and I have power. I started my coaching business from that calling. I'm very privileged to be one of the very few people that have gotten to speak twice at Debx. If you heard my last talk, it was about breaking through the wall of rules and drawing a door to a new future. Living true requires that we stop listening to the rules, stop listening to the shoulds, the have-tos, to the way other people tell us how it's supposed to be, how we're supposed to do things, and then make choices and take action consistent with our need, our dream to make a difference. I read a book recently about musical theater. I love musical theater. And it said in the book that most successful American musicals have a very particular structure. Early in Act 1, the main character sings what's called an I Want song that lays out their dream for the show. Something like, I just can't wait to be king in The Lion King, or I'm not throwing away my shot in Hamilton. And then the rest of the show is the challenges and the conflicts that get in the hero's way of fulfilling their dream. But by the end of the show, the hero always has some level of dream fulfillment. Now, I know Hamilton dies at the end of Hamilton, which I hope doesn't give away the ending to anybody. But not until he has fulfilled his dream and put his indelible mark on the American government and our American banking system. And in all the shows I've seen in my life, and there have been a lot of shows, I have yet to see the main character walk off at an intermission and say, I didn't want that anyway. Now, I know Simba does run off in the middle of The Lion King to live a life of Hakuna Matata, but he returns to save his kingdom and fulfill his dreams. I'll admit it, I've been a quitter. Most of my life, I've been a quitter. I've walked out at or before intermission in so many of my life's dramas. But I understand Napoleon Hill now. If you can think it, and you can believe it, and not quit, you can achieve it. I have dreams for my business, and I know I can achieve them. But at least once a week, I wake up and I think, this is too hard. I should just quit and get a job. But I don't quit, because I finally learned the value of living true to my calling. I have a dream, and I'm not throwing away my shot. So what's your calling? If you get the opportunity to live to a ripe old age and can look back on your life from today, what do you want to say your life was about? What is the specific difference you want to make? And are you willing to not quit on it? Thank you.